Okay guys, today we're talking about area of rectangles and irregular figures. So we're going to start off by finding the area of a rectangle that's 8 inches long and 3 inches wide. And we should remember that area is all the parts inside of a shape. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to practice it by using counting. We're going to draw a rectangle on the graph paper, and each square is going to be 1 square inch. Well, I know I want it to be 8 inches long. So I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 inches wide. 1, 2, 3. And again, I'm going to have 8 inches here and 3 inches here. I'm going to go ahead and label it. All right, now that I have my 8 inches and my 3 inches, all I have to do is count the squares on the inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So I know that the area here is going to be 24 squares or 24 square inches. You could either write it with this SQ inch, or you could write it as an exponent where it's inches cubed. A much easier way to do this, now that we are in 6th grade, is to use the formula for finding area of a rectangle. To find the area of the rectangle, you're just going to multiply length times width. So here we have area equals L, which stands for length, times the width, which stands for W. So if I substitute numbers for my variables, my length I already know is 8. My width is 3. And when I multiply, I end up with 24 inches, and again, squared. Now, that part you're probably like, okay, this is super easy. The next part isn't terribly difficult. It just requires a little bit of thinking. We're going to talk about finding the area of an irregular or a not normal figure. This problem says, a path around a garden measures 8 feet by 7 feet. The garden measures 4 feet by 3 feet. They want to know what is the area of the path. Even if I wasn't going to use counting, I'd probably want to draw this out for my own self just to see what this looked like. But they did give us this thing, so let's go ahead and use it. All right, the outside path measures 8 by 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to go up 8 over 7. And again, I'm going to label 7 feet, 8 feet. Okay, now inside this path we have a garden. And the garden measures 4 feet by 3 feet. So let's go ahead and just draw 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3. And I'm going to put 3 feet right here. It didn't matter exactly where I drew my garden inside as long as it was inside this path. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to count the squares in the path only. So I'm not going to count any of these squares because that's all part of the garden. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. And we're talking about feet squared. You'll notice when I'm counting, and I did the same thing over here, I did not point it out, I like to put a dot so that I don't count any squares twice. Okay, if I wanted to do this using a formula, I could totally do that as well. I probably would have still drawn this out for myself, been like, okay, 7 by 8, 3 by 4. So what I want to do here is I want to find the area of this square, and I want to subtract the part that's the garden. So I'm going to find the total area of the path and then subtract the area of the garden. So the first thing I want is the area of the path. I know the area is going to equal the length times width. So it's going to equal 8 times 7. So it's going to equal 56 feet squared. Now I want to know the garden. The garden area was 3 by 4, and that's going to give me 12 feet squared. Now all I have to do is subtract it. 56 minus 12, I'm going to end up with 4 and 4. So my answer should be 44 feet squared, which is what we got when we counted. So you're going to have some basic shapes to find. Here you're going to have to configure and kind of make those, figure out what these lengths might be and add stuff together. Down here it's going to be very similar to the problem we just did. All right, just 4 problems tonight, guys. Have a good night.